Roll. And action.
Action, all right. It's my lovely assistant Paul. Come on over here,
Yeah.
Paul. Say hi to everybody.
Hi everybody at home.
Yeah. Anyway, we're getting ready to cut this opening. Big old sawzall.
Yeah.
Long
Yeah.
blade on it.
Yeah. Framing's all in place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Framing's all in
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
We're ready to roll.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go. Okay, we got a couple more minutes of that, and then we'll open up the door. Kind of noisy, isn't it? Got a Porter cable sawzall here. You can open this up like a can of worms here.
Yeah, yeah.
Can of sardines. That's not a good cut. We're gonna open her up all right.
Uh-huh.
A little offline.
All right, that should go.
Yeah, a little more up here.
Ah, there it is.
There you have it.
Yes. There you have it. All right.
Okay, so next we'll cut this sill out, straighten this opening up, and put the door in. Okay, as you can see, we've got our door put in, and really there's not much to it once we cut that hole in the wall. Basically, you just take this door on the outside of there, lay it on the ground face down, caulk up underneath your sill and your threshold, and you stand it up right in the hole that we just cut in there a few minutes ago. And then to fasten your hinges, you want to make sure this thing gets good and level. So you make sure you get your level, and you level from both sides. You get on the outside of the jamb there, you measure, make sure that's level. And then what you do is you put some shims in back here, and you want to shim this out to where it is level, right behind these hinges. And on the outside you put a few nails in the brick mold just to kind of hold it in place. But what really holds it is going to be some of these screws that you're going to put through these hinges on this side. They've got some small screws in the hinges themselves, but they usually ship you like 2.5 inch or 3 inch screws, and you want to put 2 of those per hinge right through here. After you get this shimmed out and everything level, you put 2 of those screws through each one of these hinges, and it gets into this rough opening that we built, and you got yourself a nice stable door. And then you come over to this side and you shim out this side here also, so that it's nice and level. And you put a couple of screws in this side, and then you have it. Then you pop your insulation back in around it, I did a little bit of framing up above because that was, I don't know, it used to be a garage door opening. It wasn't exactly framed right, so, as you can see, there we go. Then we put our lock set on here and our plate on here, so we're good to go. Now the next thing I'm going to show you guys is we're going to take this electric from this side of the door and we're going to run it up and over and drop it down this wall over here, and we're going to put an outlet in over here. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, now how are we going to run this electrical wiring? Well, it's actually pretty easy. At least in this area, you want to check your local building codes, but in this area, this wiring calls for 12-2 with ground Romex wiring. And as you can see, there's a white colored plastic coating and a black colored plastic coating, and there's copper wire in between each one of these, and then there's a bare copper wire. This bare copper wire is going to be your ground, and then the black is actually your hot, and then your white is just your common. And now all I do here is, while we got this outlet out, you can see, I don't know if you can tell this, but there's a black wire to this side, a white wire to this side, and you got your ground wire right here, the bare copper one. So when you want to hook this up, obviously you make sure that the power's off, which this one's actually live right now. But whenever we get into this, I'm going to turn this circuit off, and I'm going to hook this black wire right up on this side here, because this is joined on both sides, and this white wire over on this side, because that's joined to keep the electric between the upper and lower. So we'll just jump onto those two screws there, and then we'll put our ground wire right up here with this other ground wire, and we're going to run this through this hole right here. I drilled in that stud. I like to use a 1-inch paddle bit. Gives me plenty of room to work. And we'll take this wiring right up this cavity and over the door. We'll show you how that goes. Alright, now what we've done is, as you can see, the yellow wire on there, that's the wire that I just ran, and it goes through the hole on the opposite side of the outlet. The wire runs right through the stud. The black wire connects to the black side where the other black wire connects to. The white wire connects to the side where the other white wire is that's running the power to that current outlet. And then we just ran this up. You might see those staples in there. Romex staples holding this thing in place. And we took it up here all the way up to the top of this cavity just above the door that we put in, and we put it right through this double stud here. We drilled a couple holes there, and we brought that all the way over this header. Let's see if I can find where we came down at. Okay. Well, we came down. You can't really see the wire because it's on the left side of this stud, or the side that you can see without the insulation. I guess it'd be the right side. But it runs right down there. We did the same thing. We connected that with Romex staples. Oh, no wonder. I had the wrong side. But you still can't see the wire. You see that little bit of wire hanging underneath the box there. I like to leave a little pigtail on the bottom of these, just like I did over here. If we can find that one again. So that if any further work needs to be done or something, we can we can take that outlet plenty far out of that box. So anyway, that's about all there is to it.